This is Central Asia, an area formed by the union of Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, Turkmenistan, and Tajikistan, an area that by all means should have been a global superpower. For thousands of years, this region was the heart of the Silk Road. The Silk Road was a major trade route that connected China with Southeast Asia, the Middle East, and Western Europe. Central Asia was so important that in the 13th century, the most populated city in the world was Merv, which is in present-day Turkmenistan, right along this trade route. And it wasn't just Merv. Cities like Samarkand and Bukhara in Uzbekistan were world famous for their culture, art and architecture. 800 years ago, Central Asia was a thriving powerhouse. That's why empires like the Chinese, Mongols and Persians all fought to control it during their time. But today, that same Central Asia has become almost irrelevant to global economics. One of the biggest reasons for this decline is its geography, combined with a series of events over the past 100 years that have pushed this once great crossroads out of global relevance. And that's despite the fact that the region is full of natural resources. If you look at Central Asia's geography, it's completely landlocked, with no access to any major oceans. Sandwiched between three global powers, Russia, Iran and China, it's constantly under their influence for strategic benefits. Now, geography plays a crucial role in the economic success of any country. It defines agricultural potential, access to trade routes, and defense against enemies. In Central Asia, around 60% of the land is desert. For instance, 70% of Turkmenistan is covered by the Karakum Desert, and only 20% of its land is suitable for agriculture. Similarly, Western Uzbekistan is mostly desert, making both these countries relatively poorer than their neighbour Kazakhstan, especially since the northern part of Kazakhstan is agriculturally fertile and produces wheat for the entire region. However, even Kazakhstan's southern and western regions are dry and infertile. Most of Central Asia's population lives in the southeast, near two major rivers. One is the Amu Derya and the other is the Sir Derya. These rivers flow into the Aral Sea, located at the border of Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan. You might think that the land surrounding these rivers would be good for agriculture, but unfortunately that's not the case. That's because the south and east of Central Asia are dominated by the Altai mountain range, which extends from China through Mongolia, Central Asia and Russia. These mountains leave no flat land for farming. Only about 20 to 25% of Central Asia's land is actually suitable for agriculture. That's why large parts of Kazakhstan, Western Uzbekistan and Turkmenistan remain sparsely populated. In contrast, Russia and Ukraine, just to the north, have 60 to 80% of their land fertile for agriculture. As a result, even today, nearly 50% of Central Asia's population lives in rural areas, cut off from the rest of the world. Most of them live off their livestock, drinking milk and eating meat for survival. But if you look at the map of Central Asia, you'll see the Aral Sea on its western border. So why don't the Central Asian countries take advantage of it? To understand that, we need to look at history. The people living in Central Asia today are ethnically Turks, and they migrated